What's up people? Hope you all are doing great. We are back with another video on your favorite game PUBG Mobile, but the info we provide can be applied to pretty much any multiplayer shooting game. And if you are new here, welcome to the channel, be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram. In a game like PUBG Mobile, spotting an enemy before they spot you is really important. Even when they find you first, being able to locate the enemy right after they fire the first bullet can really save you from getting sent back to the lobby. Sometimes you have no visual information available, and you will have to locate your enemy with the help of sound. In this guide I will tell you how you can use the information provided by the game to spot enemies and gain an unfair advantage over others. These PUBG Mobile settings and tips will help you find enemies and get those juicy kills. If that sounds interesting, then let's get straight into the video. These are the topics that we are going to touch upon in the video: contrast, high pixel density, proper graphic settings, map awareness, increased eye movement, and direction of sound. Graphic settings. PUBG Mobile has some really good graphics. But those high graphics come at the cost of reduced frame rate, especially if your device is not that high-end. If you want the best performance your device can offer, then I would suggest that you go for the smooth graphics setting and select the highest frame rate that your device offers. This doesn't directly help with spotting enemies, but high frame rate helps you detect motion easily, which in turn makes spotting enemies easy. More on this later. The style should be kept movie, because it has high contrast, and it looks good even in low quality. The high contrast is important to make enemies appear lighter in darker environments, and darker in a lighter environment. You can increase the brightness in-game for even better results. If you use smooth graphics, then shadows won't be a problem for you. But if you have selected any other graphics, then turn off the shadows in graphics settings, because above smooth settings, shadows start to appear. The reason behind this is that when the shadows are on, our screen provides a higher visual field. And because of all this extra detailing, our brain has to process a lot more information. This often causes us to miss certain important pieces of information, which the game is offering us. I would suggest smooth graphic settings, but if you decide to go any higher, do turn off the shadows. It will help you a lot in spotting your enemies. Also, try keeping anti-aliasing on. Your battery will drain a little faster, but anti-aliasing smoothens the pixels on the edges of objects, and this makes spotting enemies easier. Higher resolution screen will make it better as their pixel density is higher. Eye movement. Movement catches the eye. This is why moving targets are easier to detect as compared to stationary targets. And this is also why I suggested you keep a high frame rate, because then you will be able to detect very slight movements. It is most helpful in last circles, when everyone is lying in the grass. Whenever there is an enemy on terrain, he causes an odd spot at his location. And eye movement is a great way to detect this oddness on the plane, because in a way you are moving a stationary target. Eye movement helps a lot more than we realize. And to understand how important eye movement is, take a look at this example. The guy lying on the grass was missed because the vision was focused at one point. That is at the crosshair of the soap. Even a slight eye movement would have helped in spotting the enemy. And this would have been an easy kill. Another mistake which players make is tunnel visioning. It's when you keep moving without looking around. Basically keeping your eyes fixed towards the front of the player. But enemies aren't going to come from the front only. So you should keep looking around yourself by using the free look tool, so that if someone sneaks up from behind, you can quickly react to it. Map awareness. What I mean by map awareness is that you need to be aware of what's happening around you. For example, if there is a popular city close to you or a supply drop near you, then you need to be cautious, as most probably enemies will be there, and you should keep an eye on that location. In the end circle, buildings are the places where enemies usually hide. Also, you should avoid buildings as enemies will go there to hide or in search of other enemies. Instead, you should use the terrain as your cover. If the circle has formed near a big city, then it is very likely that someone will be coming from that side. This way you can use the map to analyze and predict certain things. You are not going to be correct every time, but you will be aware of the possibility, and you'll be less likely to be caught by surprise. Sound. Sound plays a very important role in PUBG. The sound in PUBG is directional in nature. So, if you've been playing without headphones, then you are really at a disadvantage. In the mobile version of PUBG, you do get markers on minimap, but they fail to give the accurate location of enemies. This is why you should take advantage of the sound. Different heights have different sounds, so you can use it to figure out at which floor the enemy is at. Different grenades have different sounds, so you can tell which nade is thrown at you, or when the enemy starts to cook a nade. Footsteps and vehicle sounds can be heard from far away, but markers only appear when they get close. So if you rely on sound, then not only you can hear the enemy coming, but also figure out the direction. And that was it for the video, guys. Follow our page on Instagram at MGStats. We post some cool content every now and then. Also, if you like the video, do hit the like button, share it with your friends and subscribe to show some support. Thanks for making it this far. And I'll see you in the next one.